multi-millionaire while also being a socialist, it's kind of simple. He's not into the redistribution of money, but he is into the redistribution of AIDS through his dog shit videos. Hasan is good at what really left-leaning or woke group like, you're trans, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Let me, a cis person, tell you.
I didn't even remember that.
Lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick. Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole.
Lost cuz stinky omega lol.
Okay, this took a long time for him to type. Is he allowed to have this on stream? Won't he get banned? Okay.
Our old good buddy Shank's nephew made a reply video to us, so I made a little summary for you guys who don't want to watch a 5-hour stream. So here it is.
A while ago, these guys that I don't know anything about, okay, and still don't know anything about, made a video, I think, about title is true. HasanAbi called us transphobes. Hear why? And then the answer is, you know, because we're transphobes, transphobic, 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 transphobia, transphobic, 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 transphobes, transphobic, 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 transphobic.
That's right. It.
No, there's another like 35 transphobes in there, but I'm gonna save them for later. For those of you who are watching a little bit confused, you guys don't know who HasanAbi is. Hasan Piker is the nephew of Shank Uger, who owns
the founder of
TYT,
Twitch Politics,
the Young Turks Network. And HasanAbi himself, he's a political streamer who's always on Twitch. He also happens to be a millionaire socialist. Yes. What?
That don't make sense.
The millionaire socialist?
I mean, that don't make sense.
What?
That don't make sense.
Because when he says socialist, it means he's into like the redistribution of chlamydia, not actual money.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit different.
Why?
He puts the
What
moron
the
in
fuck?
oxy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Jeez.
Puts the chlamydia in women. You get me? Keep up. It's a different kind of socialism, but I think it's still socialism. Yeah, just a little bit more of a bio. Hasan Piker isn't religious, but he does believe that dressing like a thrift shop manager helps him look like a socialist. That and spreading Russian propaganda. If you're confused about how he can claim to be... If you're confused how someone can claim to be a multi-millionaire while also being a socialist, it's kind of simple. He's not into the redistribution of money, but he is into the redistribution of AIDS through his dog shit videos. Hasan is good at what he does, let me tell you.
What the fuck?
Hasan is Turkish. I think we could all tell he's from Turkey because he loves getting...
What are you gonna say? What are you doing?
I think we could all tell he's from Turkey because he loves being... I think we could all tell he's from Turkey because he loves being stuffed and roasted by everyone he debates online.
Oh, okay. I thought that was going to be way darker.
Hasan's the kind of lefty to get depression because he finds out his dick leans right.
I would say I solidified my success when I was able to get AOC on my show to play Among Us.
Imagine being a political streamer and your proudest moment is playing video games with a vegan-friendly politician. And this guy's not proud of maybe talking politics with her, you know, going through all the strategies or talking the future of voting.
No, playing
fucking Among Us.
So basically, he's a political fuckboy. That's what you're telling me. He's a political fuckboy.
And I want people to have a more positive approach to dealing with issues.
Transphobes, transphobic, 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 transphobic.
With how often this man yells the word transphobic, I just assumed he either had Tourette's or really wanted to fuck Sweet Anita. But it turns out the man's just auditioning for Antifa, all right? This guy is insufferable.
Hasan's relationship with the trans community is interesting. He once lost a trans-related debate, and people in his community were rightfully upset with him because they felt like he made them look bad.
Oh, the
My issue as a trans person is the fact that you, a guy that isn't super well versed on trans shit, brought on a known transphobe knowing he might bring up transphobic shit. You aren't exactly a Vosh at trans debates.
Fair point. Let's see how humble his response is.
I hope that the rest of your life is as horrible as it is every single day, okay? There you go. Suck my dick.
And I want people to have a better, more positive approach to dealing with issues.
I despise you. I despise you more than anything else on the planet. You are fucking cancer.
That's my ultimate goal, and I feel like I achieved that.
You are cancer in this community, and you're cancer in every community. Suck my dick. For the past 15 months, you've been able to fucking hide in these ranks. You catboy fuck. You are just a trans person. Sorry, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's funny how it's always the people who are like, really left-leaning or woke who be like, you're
He actually
trans, you
said
don't know
that
what
at
the
the
fuck
end?
you're talking
Holy
about. Let
shit.
me, a cis person,
Yeah.
tell you.
I didn't even
you don't
remember
know
that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
It's like he's a
Dang,
white.
you're just a trans person.
He's the white woman version.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doing what women do. No. Let me talk. Racist. You see what's going on here? That's suffering.
Yeah.
That's the face of
He
someone.
doesn't
That's
remind
what
me-
he does.
He doesn't remind me of the white women who try to educate me on race. I'm like, Karen, no thank you.
I'm good.
I didn't ask.
I'm good.
I didn't broach this topic. No, but you don't understand just how much I want your black penis. Ma'am, shut up. Nobody asked you, and we ain't giving it to you.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked?
That was positivity right there.
Hey, listen. As crazy as that comment is, a
kinda
brave
funny.
mujahideen fucked his
A brave? That's good.
I'm not even gonna listen. It's
kinda funny.
He might be just like, well, that's funny. That's funny.
But still,
I'm
that's
gonna say this.
not very positive though. I wouldn't say it's positive.
Hey man, shout out to Hasan. I can see how the Taliban inspired him, right? The same way Al Qaeda fucking torpedoed those twin towers. This man's been torpedoing the left with his dog shit takes.
damn.
Hasan is the brave mujahideen soldier who fucked Dan Crenshaw's eye. But not only his, he fucked the eyes of everybody who has to watch his videos. Hasan is a professional eye fucker is what I'm trying to say, okay? Brave mujahideen soldier, that's a bar. Mujahideen soldier just sounds fire to begin with.
Right there.
You could be an American soldier.
Sounds like a legacy. Legacy. You
No,
got like
it sounds like you were literally brought down from heaven to go
Yeah.
fight for Allah. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Shout out to the Mujahideens. Hasan hates America, thinks they deserve 9/11, and doesn't feel like cis women's spaces should be protected. Hasan is pretty much the Taliban with nail polish.
Yeah.
He actually almost joined the Taliban, but only refused when he found out they were transphobic.
you can't write that down.
Hasan once said, I'm constantly surrounding myself with intelligent people. I never want to be the smartest person in the room. Don't worry, that room doesn't exist. That's saying a lot considering you've been in a room with Grimes, okay?
Transphobic.
Jesus.
Transphobic. Transphobic. A little bit, like a little transphobic. Don't get so mad about it. Everyone is transphobic. Okay? Everyone's transphobic. A lot of people have transphobic attitudes. Trans people are transphobic before they recognize that they're trans. They have internalized transphobia.
Hey man, in case you wonder, the reason why you shouldn't be bothered about being called trans, everybody's transphobic. Everybody has it in them. Trans people are transphobic. They're transphobic against themselves, against the world. We're all transphobic. It is what it is. The same way we're all racist and we're all everything. It's a thing. So next.
Hasan
next time
can't
you
watch
get called
this. I bet he
transphobic,
watched
just
it off
mind
stream
you,
already
the
and he's not
person calling
watching
you
it. Well,
transphobic
I mean,
is
to be fair,
also
there's no
transphobic.
reason for him to watch
The
it, right?
person just witnessing the whole conversation, they're transphobic too. Even though they haven't opened their mouth, you can just assume.
Anytime a trans woman wins any kind of prominence, it makes it into the news cycle. And you never hear about them getting their fucking asses beat over and over again. The fighter that Joe Rogan mentions regularly is a perfect example of this. They always go back to that same example where the trans woman fighter, is it Fallon Fox, had like 1 or 2 victories and has lost routinely, but you never hear about how much she has lost
She
since
has
then.
5 wins, 1
Bro,
loss.
you're
Is that
lying
true?
again.
Uh-oh.
You're lying again.
Hold up, he might not be lying.
What is it with you and lying? You're
might-
lying again.
Hold up, he might not be lying. He just might not know. And
No, he does not care. It's women's sports.
I don't know why you bring up Fallon Fox. She's 5-1, all of them by knockouts. In fact, she's cracked a few skulls through those victories. Most of the MMA community said she's untalented. She's just physically dominant. And that's why she was winning. So you use her as an example of like some fucking conspiracy. Bro, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. And if you really don't care about this topic, then just stop talking about it. Because judging by the effort you put into your arguments, we can tell you don't care. So just shut the fuck up.
Why? Why? Because they have advantages. Why is that unnatural advantage wrong? Why? There are a million unnatural and natural advantages that people have. Never advocate to fucking ban that. As a matter of fact, if you advocated to ban those things, sports would not be good. You're just saying it's unjust because you think it's unjust, and that's it. You're not making an argument, okay? You're saying it's clearly unjust without making an example as to why, without even saying why it's unjust. And if your argument only revolves around like, oh, it's unjust because like the average cis man has like larger or better testosterone production than the average cis woman or whatever the fuck, even then you have to admit that sports is awesome because there are competitive advantages. Otherwise, everyone will be the same fucking height. Okay? You don't watch the fucking under 6 foot league for a reason, but you consider some of those natural advantages and some of those unnatural advantages as well, whether it be like, your diet or your material conditions, your upbringing, your development, your access
my
to fucking
God.
sports programs.
Who listens to this and
anything
thinks
like
this is
that to be
intelligent?
perfectly valid, whereas a trans woman on HRT is not valid. Is not valid enough to be a part of the fucking athletic competition against cis women. And that's ridiculous.
So I want you guys to understand the basis of the argument. The argument is this. People are advantaged in so many different ways. As a result, what's the issue with trans women who have this advantage of being born males?
I see the Hasan post on
going
his
into
Discord.
these
Thank you.
sports? That's his take. His take is we should defile the category because people have advantages on every... Then what's the point of having female sports at all?
Fuck it.
People are advantaged in every type of way.
But that's exactly what he wants. He wants.
No. What's the point of having female sports at all in that case? Because at the end of the day, it's like, well, some women are born rich and some males are born poor, so let them compete.
Oh, I don't think you can parry that.
He doesn't want categories.
He didn't say that. It's another person who said
That's
that.
another person that said that? My bad.
What are we talking about at the moment? Can somebody fill me in? Hey, man. Some males are just untalented. I don't care if they're 25 or 35. Some of them are just untalented. So if they want to
should ask for
compete with the
YouTube likes.
young
Oh, hey,
children
like my stream
in
if
the
you're watching
kids
right now, so I
category,
get
what's
likes or
the
something.
issue? Some kids are born rich. Some grown men are born poor. Let them compete. You want to watch 10-year-olds versus 25-year-olds? By your logic, that's how it goes. There was a crazy fucking woman who went to Piers Morgan. And you know, if you make Piers Morgan sound smart, you are fucking dumb, okay? You are like belong in a room with HasanAbi, okay? This woman got up there and Piers asked her, one of the dumbest gotchas. And he said, if Floyd Mayweather or Mike Tyson went on HRT for a year, should they be able to compete in the female boxing category? She said, yes, if they've done the... And I'm just like, bitch, are you crazy? You're going to get people killed.
Are you dumb?
You're going to get these people killed competing against them.
Yo. Tyson? You want to get Tyson? Tyson at his age, right now, you get him to... No, B. No, you're crazy.
This is so brain dead.
You're crazy.
This is unbelievably brain dead.
You're crazy.
I want you guys to hear the argument. The argument is people are advantaged in so many different ways. Why even respect the category? What the fuck are we talking about? Do you think there's anybody in mixed martial arts or any sport who's fighting in the middleweight division who wants to hear, well, fuck it, fight a heavyweight, bro? I know he's got 60 pounds on you. He's probably going to murder you in 3 punches. But people are advantaged in so many different ways. Some people are tall, some people are short, some people are way more. Y'all should fight each other.
At a difference
I want you guys to understand how crazy that is. There's not a single athlete who would sit here and be like, that shit makes sense. But these people who hate sports, who do not compete, are so brazen about the fucking stupidity that comes out of their mouths. It is shocking to me. It is shocking to me. And what's more shocking, I think, you know what? I'm going to stop there because I'll save this for another time. Go ahead.
In martial arts, 60 pounds difference makes you not even able to block. Like, you're going to be blocking and it's going to do nothing.
Nothing.
It's good. Like, you do not understand how 60... I think that between me and my coach, there is 60 pounds. Okay? I train with a dude, Jamie Boom Boom was good. James Mancini, we probably have that. 60 pounds difference. And the other day, we were sparring. We were not in the actual fight. This guy's been fighting for ages. That's what he does in a professional MMA fight or whatever and whatnot. I caught him on the chest. On the chest. I had my big gloves on. I caught him on the chest. This motherfucker backed up up so much. If it was a fight, just blocking doesn't do anything. But if I'm with my weight, I block, it's good. It's good. You tuck it in, that's fine. 60 pounds is enormous. He's my coach and inspiring, so it's fine. He would even with the amount of knowledge that he has, he would never step in a real ring with me, not because I'm better than him. Has nothing to do with me being better. And at the weight that I am, I'm supposed to be a heavyweight. I would never step in the cage with a heavyweight because he's gonna be 260. You know what I mean? Crush me. Come on now, B. And my training weight is probably not 230. It's probably 60 pounds is enormous. But if you don't do sports, you don't understand the differences.
So,
oh my God.
I'm gonna wrap it up with this because I understand there's more, but I can't even. This man's too cringe for me to watch.
Ça me fait un peu de sens à la fin de la journée.
If your argument
What?
is that, listen, people are advantaged in so many ways, why don't we have a category for wingspan, for height, for all this stuff, okay? If you want to put the money together to create a separate league or a separate category for wingspan and stuff like that, go right ahead. And if athletes want to join that, fantastic. But it's not because those extra categories don't exist that we should therefore go to women's categories and then defile that for whatever fucking reason we want. That doesn't make any sense. We're not going to go destroy children's sports because some adults want to compete there. That's not the way it fucking works.
I want to play bantam.
No. That's not the way it works. So, you know what? Trans women are women. Fantastic. But they're still not female. And at the end of the day, sports is not about your gender expression. It's about your sex, your biology. Nobody cares about your gender expression. Gender and sex are different. Though we call it women's sports, it was really just about you calling it female sports. The reason why is about physiology. Nobody cares about how you express in the world. So to me, when people say, well, I think they should compete because trans women are women, it doesn't matter. It's not the point of why we created the category or why we sequester women to this segment of society when it comes to sports. It's because biologically speaking, there's a difference. That's all it comes down to.
His chat is insane.
So why isn't every trans woman that's ever competed destroying every cis woman that's ever competed? Why is it that we only hear about it when, like, throughout the history of like trans women competing against cis women, throughout that history?
Throughout the
you
history,
can
isn't that
say,
history
oh,
10
man,
years?
you
Like,
know,
it's not like
I
this
just
has been
don't want
a huge
trans
thing
women
for
to
like
be
the
with
past
cis
200
women
years.
because they're like, you know,
What?
they're not female actually. Like, yeah, I got it.
What? Bro, you didn't even respond to what the fuck we said. It says not about gender expression, it was about biology, and your reply is, well, why aren't all these trans women just destroying every single time? You know why we should allow steroids in sports?
Why?
Because Neil Armstrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on steroids, right?
Right.
He didn't win all the time.
No.
Let's allow for steroids.
Shit.
Yeah. You know what? Mike Tyson should compete with the lightweights. Why? Because he might lose a few fights. It's like this guy's argument is so asinine. He's like, why don't they win all the time?
I died.
It's not because folks don't win all the time that they don't have a sizable advantage that we create, a sizable advantage that we don't try to separate from by categories. Yes, sometimes a middleweight can beat a heavyweight. Doesn't change the fact that we should still separate them by weight classes.
Hey, would you call it? Would you call it like willfully ignorant?
You know what it is?
What is it?
I think some people live on Twitter. Some people live on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
They get their takes from Twitter. They have an audience that they have to appeal to. And so for them, what's most important is appealing to the people who are going to like repeat whatever they need to hear in their echo. You get what I'm saying?
Echo chamber.
Right? That's it. So as long as they get that feedback they wanted, they good. They don't have to think it through too much. Right? Before it was, trans women don't have any advantage. Then the science comes out. Then it's like, well, the advantages doesn't matter because trans women are women. And now it's like, well, people have all kinds of advantages. So why... It just changes.
Yeah, it just changes
It
all the
doesn't
time.
have to
No.
be... Their response to the issue doesn't have to be ethical. It just has to be politically expedient.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? People wonder why Hasan doesn't care about female athletes with his takes on trans women. It's because Hasan is straight. He loves fucking cis women and their sports.
And the worst thing is that we do agree.
We agree.
We agree.
Oh man, it doesn't
that's
seem
not-
like you do though. Wait, agree with what?
Separate.
But that's not what we're talking about.
If you go to the doctors, okay, yes, trans women are women, but guess what? You still have the physiology, right, and the biology of a male. As a result, when you go to the doctor, that's going to factor in. They shouldn't just be like, well, trans women are women, so I'm going to treat you like... It's a different ballgame. So when it comes to risk for certain diseases, different things, they have to acknowledge the fact that you're biologically a male.
Ma'am, you have prostate cancer. No, trans women are women.
What is going? Okay, this is crazy. What the fuck's happening right now?
He's like so
I
stupid.
mean, I guess the
Oh my God,
argument
he's
is
so
true.
stupid.
Like, I mean, the title is true.
He's
HasanAbi
so
called us
stupid.
transphobes. Hear why? And then the answer is, because we're transphobes. We're transphobic.
Oh
just
my
so stupid.
God.
At
Oh
this
my
point, you
God.
just gotta laugh.
Oh my
You
God.
just gotta laugh. It's like
T'es sérieux là?
it's like watching that like pink-haired feminist just scream in the face of a protest like at a high screech, or like that girl who cries when she found out Trump won. Like it's just absurd at this point. It's funny.
You could have just answered with a good point.
Let's hear why he said.
We're transphobic. That is true, and that is something that I recognize. However, this has absolutely zero to do with trans women competing.
Why
with
would you
cis
move,
women.
spam? Stop!
Making up a trans person in this situation to like beef up your argument is ridiculous.
Okay, so because you, again, are never the smartest person in any room, maybe this shit flew over your.
Oh my
fucking
God,
head.
my.
But
last
I'll
hit
break it
didn't
down
hit.
for you why I said that. Okay, I'm slowly. We gonna do this step by step. Step by step. A lot of folks, when this topic comes up, say, well, trans women are women, right? Which is speaking to their gender expression, right? And we agree.
Yes.
Okay? So as far as pronoun goes, as far as like bathroom goes, as far as a lot of stuff goes in terms of like getting medical treatment, I'm with you. Get it. Fine. I'm not a problem.
But
When it comes to sports, it's a matter of your biology. What you express in terms of a gender has no real bearing on whether or not you should compete in one category versus the next, because it's not about how you express in the world. It's not about what's socially constructed. It's about biology, okay?
Bro.
So I made an analogy in regards to going to the medical office, because while you may express in the world as a woman, in terms of the risks that you have as a disease, you still have the physiology of male. So the doctor is going to take into consideration what? The fact that you are male. So when it comes to certain sicknesses, I know that me as a male, in terms of risks for certain disease, my doctor talks to me about certain things that I don't hear when women go. So this is not to say that when they go into the doctor's office, they won't use the women's pronouns for them, or they won't treat them with respect or anything like that. But when it comes to discussion, I think we can have a mature discussion where say, I recognize your gender expression, but when it comes to certain discussions and realms in the society, your biology is going to be the focal point of how we're going to address certain issues. That's it. That was the parallel I was making. The same way when you are at risk for certain diseases, we're going to talk about your biology. When it comes to sports, we're going to talk about your biology, not your gender expression. That, for this guy, is apparently a transphobic point. Now, you guys may agree, disagree. You guys let us know in the comments. For me, I thought it was a very simple point, but it flew over his head. And for him, it was like, mask off. We got him, boys. We got him. I was just like,
it's like
that was their future moment.
But right there, you really just explained the point.
I just got
again.
banned on Twitch?
What
Wait, really?
makes you think that he got it? Because you just use the same words to explain the thing.
No, but I don't do it for him, because I think, again, he's never the smartest person in the room.
No.
It's for the audience.
Right.
Like, some of them might be persuaded. I just wanted to explain to them so they can understand.
Yeah.
And let's say hypothetically, okay? Okay? That what I'm saying, maybe in some alternate universe, is incorrect. Or maybe I'm just missing the point.
Oh, rip.
For you to assume some form of maliciousness to me is hilarious, because I just may not have the knowledge.
Holy shit,
right,
that's actually
to
super
know
scary.
where it is that you're coming from.
I feel like of
But
all the people
unfortunately, you do such a poor job
associated with, he's
of
the most likely to
explaining
murder
your
me.
side of the argument, other than saying you're transphobic, that you cannot bring people to your side. Really, a lot of the tactics of left folks leading people is just shame. It's just shame. Think like we think, and if you don't, well, we're gonna call you a bigot, and we're gonna make sure we say it loud. That's it.
And
That's why if you look through his stream, this man yells transphobic like 100 times, because for him, that's a go-to. It's basically like it's basically how a lot of comedians say the word fuck all the time, right? When you're unfunny and you're not really capable of doing really good on stage, you just swear all the time or every other word because you think it just heightens everything.
Or
it's
you
like
yell
ketchup. It's like hot sauce.
Yeah.
Hot sauce is great on a lot of foods. Use it on everything or all the time, and then you realize it loses its meaning. You just destroyed the food itself. That's what a lot of lefties do with a lot of these arguments. So, just wanted to point that out. But
The transphobic part turns into basically when you say, and that's why they, shouldn't compete with cis women. That's the part. That's the part that doesn't make sense. Which, by the way, ironically, the likelihood that you will get prostate cancer if you're a trans woman that has undergone gender confirmation surgery is, pretty fucking slim.
See, if he knew anything about trans folks, he would know that the vast majority of them never get any gender-affirming surgery. And only 11% of them get 3 or more gender-affirming surgeries. Vast majority of trans people never get that. So when it comes to disease and stuff like that, they're still going to deal with their assigned sex at birth in terms of diseases. So why would you be like, well, if they get surgery,
Jackson
there's
got
like no
banned
chance.
too?
Like, it's a gotcha. You don't even know the people you're advocating for when you're making these stupid arguments.
So what does it tell you?
It tells me that for a lot of these, they think they're on the right side, so they approach these discussions not having actually done any of the reading necessary to make any of these arguments, right? I'm not even that deep into this shit. We just spend most of our time just watching Jubilee videos or cut videos and reacting to different shit and dating talks, okay?
Yeah.
This is not even my realm.
Harmful
But I am
misinformation
half
actor.
smart
Oh,
enough
no.
to recognize when I'm hearing a
Rip.
stupid person.
Yeah.
Right? And so every time I hear Hasan speak, I'm like, oh, we got our imposter.
Here's the thing.
Among Us, we figured it out. Let's end this round.
But I
right?
don't think it's because he's stupid. His takes are stupid. But he's not. He's actually succeeding into making this a thing and banking off of the way that he does that. And that's his point, is to yell it so loud that he looks like he's righteous.
Leave it there. Is there anything else you want to add?
Nah, man,
I think we're good. Okay.